Hi, my PowerPoint's about behavioral learning theory. My name's Megan Smith. What is the behavioral learning theory? It focuses on ways that pleasurable or unpleasant consequence of behavior change an individual's behavior over time, and the ways individuals model their behavior on that of others. Some important researchers for behavioral learning theory are Pavlov, which was the classical conditioning theory, the process of repeatedly associating a previously neutral stimulus with an unconditioned stimulus in order to evoke a conditioned response. And then Skinner, which he believed in the operant conditioning, which is the use of pleasant or unpleasant consequences to control the occurrence of behavior. The main focus points for principles of behavior learning theory are the role of consequences, reinforcers, punishers, immediacy of consequences, shaping, extinction, schedules of reinforcement, maintenance, and the role of antecedents. The role of consequences. The theory that behavior changes according to its immediate consequences. There are two kinds: unpleasant and pleasurable. Unpleasant is weakening behavior. That's referred to as punishers. And then pleasurable is strengthening behavior, which is referred to as reinforcers. Reinforcers are any consequence that strengthens a behavior. There are three different categories: primary versus secondary, positive versus negative, and intrinsic versus extrinsic. Primary versus secondary reinforces. So primary is stuff that is a basic need, so like food, water, or other consequences that satisfy a basic need. And secondary is a consequence that people learn to value through its association with a primary reinforcer. Positive reinforcers are including praise, grades, stars, and then negative are escapes from unpleasant situations. Intrinsic is behavior that a person enjoys engaging in for his or her own sake without any other reward. Extrinsic is a praise or rewards given to motivate people to engage in behavior that they might not engage in otherwise. Punishers. These are unpleasant consequences to weaken behavior. One would be a presentation punishment, which is the use of unpleasant consequences. So for example, when you scold a student in front of the class. And then removal punishment is the withdrawal of an unpleasant or of a pleasant consequence. And that would be a loss of privilege. So to me, that could be used as taking away recess. Immediacy of consequences. Those are consequences that follow behaviors closely and time affect behavior far more than delayed consequences. An immediate response is extremely important for effective behavioral corrections in the classroom. Shaping. The teaching of new skills or behaviors by reinforcing letters for approaching the desired final behavior. Extinction. The weakening and eventual elimination of a learned behavior as reinforcement is withdrawn. And schedules of reinforcement is the frequency with which reinforcers are given, the amount of time that elapses between opportunities for reinforcement, and the predictability of reinforcement. So like fixed ratio, variable ratio, fixed interval, and variable interval. Maintenance, which is a continuation of behavior, making sure that you can maintain the behavior that you're wanting in your classroom. And the role of antecedents: cueing, discrimination, generalization, and the techniques for increasing generalization. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed my PowerPoint.